Good morning, Monday, Slack Nation, esteemed colleagues and friends. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We're getting started on Monday with a wicked amount of rain, which is not great. It's good for our earth, not necessarily good for our Monday feels. We don't have anything going out but our shipwright truck today. Those guys doesn't even seem to be phasing them this morning, so that's awesome. I just want to touch on a few things. You guys have been doing this, most of you, for long enough to know that we are in the hella slowdown period in the moving industry right now, right? So we're halfway through December and we are getting right into that holiday crunch. So we've got, Christmas Eve, New Year's coming up. It's not great for moving. So we're looking at a huge slowdown. A lot of you guys, if not all of you, have access to the shared calendar so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be hammering down and attempting to fill holes in that schedule. If I can't get solid moves in, I'm going to do what I can to kind of run anything down the road so that guys can get a spot on a truck so that we can be working. So if I'm able to throw another shipwright truck in or fill-ins on shipwright or find somebody else to run some freight for at least short term, I'm going to let you guys know a lot of times these jobs are not going to pay the same pay rate that we're used to on the moving side. Now, who knows? I don't know. Everybody's pay rate's a little bit different depending on skill and tenure. So it may be more or it may be a lateral move, but in some cases you'd be making a different pay rate to do some of this other stuff. I'll be hard at it trying to find it. Anybody has any ideas, get with me and I'll run out there and I'll do the sales piece. Let's see, just a few things I want to touch on. Our asylum seekers, I don't really know what we say anymore. It's New Mainers, asylum seekers, refugees, whatever they are. They're our friends and our coworkers. They have a little bit of a language barrier sometimes. By and large, we're talking about 3 languages with our group of friends here. We're talking about French, traditional Francais. We're talking about Portuguese and Portuguese. Okay, there's 2 different kind of dialects of Portuguese. Yeto, he speaks a type of Portuguese that's sort of from Brazil. And then these other guys speak a type of Portuguese that is kind of like from Portugal. So, what I've been trying to do is figure out creative ways to communicate here because they are working with us. They are extremely strong-backed and they're cordial and they're good with customers and they're reliable. So they're a really benefit to this team. It's going to help us to figure out how to have more effective communication there. So I've been using translation apps to scan documents, to type documents in so that I can give them an idea of what we're talking about today. Like in the case of this meeting, I'd have some bullet points. I'm printing it out in Portuguese. I'm printing it out in French. I distribute it. Everybody kind of knows. Any training documents, like the training documents for shipwright, those can be translated. And when we're on a job, we can always pull out our translation app, speak some stuff into it, and then give it, and we can, we can communicate with our friends like that. It's not super fast, it's not super streamlined, but it does help us get over a hump. So let's do more there to really try and include. The other thing is we're going to want to make sure that we're kind of putting strong English-speaking leads on these teams. So for good reason, where I can run you guys together, if Jared really wants to have a good day because he vibes well with this guy and I can put them out together today. If Ty and Izzy, they're like super good friends, they want to ride and the ability is there for me to put them on the same job, that's awesome. A lot of times the case is going to be like we got, 4 or 6 kind of like less strong English-speaking colleagues here, and then we have a couple key English-speaking colleagues here who need to run point with customer interaction. That's how I'm going to have to split up the team. So please have some patience with me there. Other than that, the last thing I'll touch on is this. Truck rentals from ATS. I know it seems like because I used to work there, I'm friends with those people over there, it's just right across the street, that there's kind of a different vibe there. It's not really. This is a legitimate rental contract that we have with them. So it's kind of a pain in the ass with the drop off and the pickup and the check-ins of trucks. But we should treat this as if it's kind of loose, but definitely still a legitimate rental contract. So saying that to say sometimes it is a pain in the ass. Like this morning in the rain, Monday, it'd be nice if Jared and Wayne could have their truck right out here. But since I didn't want to rent it over the weekend, we do have to go pick it up. At the end of jobs, at the end of the day, if nobody's going to be able to take it back first thing in the morning, we do need to return it at night. It's a pain in the ass, I get it. No different than if it was Budget, Enterprise, Penske. We're going to get charged for another full day. On top of that, we want to make sure that when we pick these trucks up, they're clean, that they're full. We note their mileage. And then when we drop them off, this is crucial. We cannot have any proprietary company information in those trucks. Nothing about our moves, nothing about our customers, nothing about our contracts. So we have to make sure that all of that shipwright paperwork, all of those terms of agreements, everything is pulled out of that truck. And then the most important piece, well, the second most, is that we don't leave anything on the back of the truck. Tall boy dollies, straps, pads, packing material. We got to pull all that off because we're going to start to see a great deal of attrition with all of that stuff. Man, this went on way longer than I had anticipated. So if you watch it, thank you. Usually these are just a couple minutes. Have an awesome Christmas. You guys kick ass. Bye.